Bonds of trust. What's up, Julius? Concern is writ plan is is writ plain on Julius's face. It's far too dangerous for a civilian to be outside alone. We must go after Lord Medius. Let us leave matters here in Maximus' care, while the rest of us join in search. If Lord Medius is bound for Senatus, we may be able to catch up to him in Regio Urbanissima. That's the place where all the Magitek stuff was. I pray he has not come to any harm. I mean, time to destroy it if he has. Don't worry, buddy. I'll save you. I always gotta get the out of here. Please don't do that weird thing. Worst amount for getting out of here, I swear. Actually. Come on. I'll just do this with the camera. Sick. Back and forward and back. That place actually asked. They should make another way out of that. Wait, is there a fate over here, bro? What's still doing fate? Done. What about in the party finder, dude? Anybody doing fates in here? Moj. Small geese. One's doing the lock duty, the extreme that I don't have. Small. Oh, what the fuck? I do not want to do that. Thanks. Oh, nice. Oh, this thing's dead. See ya, dude. Poor little satellite. Don't worry, Medius. I'll pick your bitch ass up. I got you, dude. I'm alive. Barely. You're welcome. I saved him.
Praise the sisters, you are safe.
And now my man's about to have a come to Jesus meeting with himself, and he's gonna be like,
I
"Oh,
think I'm indebted to you. I never asked for your help."
kill him, fucking kill him."
You love Garlemald dearly, Lord Metius. That much is plain. But you're not alone in that. We all mourn what has become of our homeland. Bristle at having to rely upon outsiders simply to survive the cold. Even now, I struggle with fear and uncertainty. Day after day, I ask myself, what is right? Where do we go from here? I've yet to find the answers. But I won't stop looking nonetheless, and I won't avert my gaze from our grim reality.
Is there hope for us?
Hope's a strong word. Very strong word.
Aye, so long as we live. Garlemald lies in ruins, but the bonds between us will never be broken. We are the chain that connects generations past and future. You and I, it's links. Help us, Lord Metius, for all we have been and for what we may yet become. Please.
It's a bad day for Rain.
By the young man, it ill becomes a man of my station. I will rejoin the talks at Tertium. Might I trouble you to escort me? Ere we part, I apologize for my discourtesy. I owe you my life, and I thank you.
Come to Jesus. I told you, come to Jesus meeting, dude. Not with himself, but with a homie. Just so long as he did it.
Euless, wait. I'd like a word. With you as well. I'm to stay close, after all.
Yes, you can harvest the guy for his ether.
Worry not, we shall see the magistrate safely back to Tertium.
What is it?
Got any curry?
You bound that man with trust, didn't you? That's why he did not require coercion to return.
That was coercion. It's just a different form. Come on. Come on.
Shall we walk, perhaps? Chilly, standing around here.
Trust is coercion, just in a different guise.
So that's how Zero came to join you. Still, I'm not sure I'm qualified to explain something like trust. I wouldn't describe myself as a sociable person. Before all this, any free time I had, I spent looking after my brother and sister. As for the magistrate, I only told him what's been on my mind of late. But I wouldn't have done so, I think, if it weren't for the twins' influence. Trust is infectious, in a manner of speaking. When someone believes in you, it makes you want to believe in them, in others, in yourself. Perhaps it's because the magistrate felt that earnestness that he gave us a chance. As I did, after I was caught trying to steal provisions from the enemy. Trust comes easy in such company.
Little wonder my world is devoid of it. No one trusts in you, and so you trust in no one. And round the wheel turns. During the Contra Memoria, we had already come to judge one another based on strength and usefulness. You either used or were used. Those who rejected this rule didn't survive. My mother wanted to save the world, to fulfill the hopes of Memoria's good and true. After she died, I carried on her mission alone.
Alone? Didn't you have anyone to help you?
Almost. 2 men tried just the once. A swordsman and a mage, whom I met when passing through a village. They had saved the people there from corrupted Memoriates. When they learned our enemies were the same, they seemed heartened. They claimed to be soldiers of a kingdom called Baron, and were traveling the realm in search of a means to end the Contra Memoria. They invited me to join them. I refused. How could I not, having learned the lessons of my world? Those who would work with others always have their own motives. I would not place myself at their mercy. I would not be forced to submit. I expected some manner of outburst, some show of frustration at having failed to deceive me. But they simply watched me walk away. I didn't know what to make of it then, but now... Perhaps they shared a bond of trust. Perhaps they were the last ones left who dared. Perhaps they hoped I was like them, too. Perhaps it was just an offer, and nothing more. I continued fighting alone. But ultimately, I was undone. Overwhelmed by enemies that had banded together. I was cold, in pain, wishing desperately that someone would save me.
Then Gold Bears came out.
And as I lay there in solitude, I felt it happen. The breaking of our world. Darkness washed over me, and I was swept into the rift. When I finally managed to return, it was to a world forever transformed. My home, now filled with abominations.
Is Chad looking a little bit more tan than last time? Yeah, more sunburned, dude. You see my fucking entire back. Oh my god. This shit is not fun. How you been, Lucy?
I had a chance to learn about trust, and forsook it.
I mean that you just didn't know what it was. You just assume everyone's out for themselves.
I never had the power to save my home single-handed. I should have accepted their invitation. Had I joined them as I've joined you, I might not have had to face the end of the world alone.
Could have had the power of friendship. And hating this game? No way. You're lying.
But
You're
it's
lying.
all history now. No amount of reflection or regret will change our present reality.
Whatever
Okay.
may have happened in the past, you're still here, Zero. Alive.
I can fix that. Stab. Stab.
So long as you're alive, there will always be hope, no matter how bad things get. What you couldn't do yesterday, you might still do today.
Might.
Think about it. It's plain that you've forged bonds with those around you. If you didn't feel that in some sense, would you have risked your life as you did for a meager ration of boots?
What?
I trust you too, for what it's worth.
Oh. Oh.
There it is again.
And she starts crying.
The fire that burned in my breast when you came to my rescue. The urge to weep though there is no sorrow. If this is trust, then what must I do? How do I answer it?
With money. However you like. I'm gonna say with a handshake. That can be kind of weird, dude. I trust you. Thanks. Hug him. Give him a hug.
Give me your hand. It's not something you do constantly, mind. A friend is a friend regardless.
A friend. So that's what it means. Someone you trust.
Oh, the power of friendship comes in. Oh, roll the credits. We're done. Hatch is done. It's over. We'll fight Golbez in the next one. Come on. Roll the credits. That's too touch. No, that's not what that is. Don't you connect that shit. We were adversaries, not associates. That is not the same thing. I didn't watch Xenos just beat the shit out of all my friends and be like, he's my homie. That guy's pretty sick. Thank you. I feel at last as though I found the answers I sought, and I owe it all to you and Julia. Right. And I expect the others have already arrived back in Tertium. We should join them. Yay, we did it. Yay, we did it. What's up, homies? So glad am I to see everyone returned. And none worse the wear. Various representatives of the Garling community are gathered here this very moment, I dare say. This is a fine opportunity to announce the trade agreement. You read the memorandum, I trust? You find the terms acceptable? I do. Aeneas, I pray you forgive my disgraceful conduct earlier. I'm ashamed of not only my behavior, but of placing the burden of negotiations solely on your shoulders in my absence. Oh, he's all touch and go now. You should know that when we brought up the subject of the tower's reactivation to the people of Taper's Den, some reacted quite strongly. Once we explained that it would be more to prevent another Voidsent invasion, however, they were more receptive. It's fair to say the recent episodes is still fresh in their minds. I dug along to deliver a supply of ceruleum. I have to say, I didn't expect to see such a large crowd. Even the stuffy Imperials who normally keep to themselves in Xenesis are there. Or are here, sorry. My friends and countrymen, lend me your ears. I am pleased to inform you that all on this joyous occasion that we, the people of Garlemald, have entered into a trade agreement with Radz-at-Han. To inaugurate our accord, we intend to grant the individuals before you access to the Tower of Babel. In return, Radz-at-Han will provide us with supplies, which shall be equally distributed among the settlements of our nation. Boom, boom. Let me be clear at one point. This is not an act of charity, but trade. A bargain struck between equals, rooted in trust and respect. And it marks a significant step towards rebuilding our nation and regaining true independence. Radz-at-Han holds Garlean technology and ingenuity in the highest esteem. It is my hope that through this agreement, our peoples will enjoy a mutually beneficial relationship for years to come. Now then, we bid you gather round to hear the particulars so that you may convey them to those elsewhere. Womp 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 womp. And people are not super hyped about this, but at the same time, you know, they get to discuss, hey, we get our independence back if this goes all well. And if it doesn't, hey, we're dead anyway. Who cares? That was literally it right there. I had an entire conversation they were having. That was it. So burdened by hardships and trauma were the people of Garlemald that they were unable to imagine a brighter future. To be recognized as equals as a nation with something of value to offer to others, that validation alone is enough to rekindle their hopes. It is by virtue of this partnership that we may access the Tower of Babel, a rather timely development given the Aether Tank's impending arrival. Once the tower's stores have been replenished, we need but await Y'shtola's signal to channel the energy to the moon, yes? And you can leave that and anything else on this end to me and Alphina. No need to worry about all your energies to the mission in the void. As ever, I am in your debt. Bum, 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 bum. You are good friends. Dum dum da da dum dum dum. Sick. That was sick. I like that. Lunar Rendezvous. Ba-dum, da-dum, dum, da-dum.
Let us take a moment to review matters as they stand.